faster. They don't press nearly as well and as hard as Grantsville, but they will press most of the game. But South Summit, they like to pound it in, pound it in, pound it in.
Now Canyon View had faced Haley Hall of Juab yesterday with Emery Miles. That was a great center battle. We are due for another one here. Emma Broadbent, one of the best rebounders ever in the whole state. Forget 3A classification. How do they handle her tonight as Mariah Bowen runs the offense here on the opening tip for the Wildcats and their Road Blacks. Right side dribble drive to the hoop for two, off the window, and in a quick score. Ruby Clegg, the junior.
Help a little late coming off as she had beat her man. Good identification to just go get that finish.
Spencer with the basketball high, gives it over right side. Nichols hounded out front by Clegg, gives to Miles, straight away with it. Broadbent sits back.
Talk about Miles Nichols, that 14 points. Man, she's been able to shoot it for years.
How about Potter drilling the three? Cambry Potter, the power forward, can occasionally step outside and hit that shot.
And got a good screen to get her plenty of space to knock it down.
Broadbent right side with it. Hezzy dribble. Bounces right side to Bowen. Bowen hounded right at the timeline. Comes over. Gives it inside Broadbent. Power dribble. Great feed inside. It's a high arcer. Hits the rim. No good. Broadbent offensive board. That does not go. She's going to get it again. Power dribble and score. If you have not seen Emma play, that's her game.
She can rebound, and then that drop step's pretty. She's also got a scoop with it that's really fun. We got to see yesterday. She can finish a lot of different ways underneath the hoop after those rebounds.
Vargas skips it left side to Nichols. Maya trying to get Miles down low. They feed it to her. Broadbent out outer that gives to the cut Miles. Miles cuts, and that help from Broadbent.
Selfish.
Yep.
She just needed to finish right there. Maya's a good scorer. Needed to do that. They are face guarding Spencer. South Summit comes out. It's just right on top of her. They're not giving her any space.
Ball comes back into Bowen. Broadbent right side with it. Brings it across the timeline. Sends right side. Jumper for two is long. Nichols, the rebound.
Good strong board. They got a quick shot out of South Summit.
Ball goes left side to Potter. Entry pass Miles. It's on the floor. Spencer mixing up. Good save, but to Potter. Vargas has got it now. Out front with Bowen.
Being strong with the ball, Canyon View.
Power dribble. Emery gives to the cutter Vargas. Bounces to Emery. Probably was a kick. They don't call it. Spencer has it deflected. Ends up back in the hands of Ruby Clegg.
And they're allowing you to just get some good bumps. It was interesting that first half last game. They kind of let it play like that. And then the second half, they called a lot more. See what happens here, if they'll let them keep playing physical or if they want to clean it up a little bit.
Right side goes to Broadbent. Free throw line extended. Holds that high. Vargas coming from behind, deflecting it out, getting on the floor. Already some non-negotiables here. Tie up. Possession is going to go to Canyon View.
You love seeing them dive on floor, getting it done. Make sure that they suck up that ball and get a jump ball. Canyon View, see if they can get a little bit of rhythm down here. South Summit's ball pressure just messing them up.
Spencer with it. Comes off the high double screen. Attacks hard with that dribble. Push shot, draws the foul. Count the bucket. You said these girls have been playing a while. Maylee Spencer, that's a trademark.
Yeah, she's been there all the time. I like what they do. Coach comes out knowing they've been face guarding, gets the catch early, and then ran her off a double screen off the horns action. So they had two come up off the junction, set her a screen. She just goes downhill as the help with the horns. They're sitting in the corners. So if you help off, you got a corner shooter there. Got her that good look.
Spencer fighting for the tie-up. Wow, off the missed free throw. Loose ball, Ruby Clegg was there. Now possession to South Summit.
Both teams diving on it. Fun to see them get on the floor. They're going to go full court, 2-2-1.
Broadbent's going to send into Bowen. Bowen pumps with it, picks up that dribble. Skips it, far right side to Wolstenhume. She just barely gets it. I mean, that was as close as you're going to see with a 10-second call. Deflection. It's going to stay South Summit.
Said that 2-2-1 caused them a lot of problems. Took a lot of time off, be able to squeak that one out. The clock will not reset where it just went out of bounds.
I was going to say, it was 13 seconds already into this possession. Ball goes into the right corner to Rose, trying to feed inside to Broadbent, taken away.
They fronted and backed her that time. Really nice job, so that lob was not available.
Potter with it, right-hand dribble, goes to Vargas. Free throw line extended. She's going to cross over low. Picks that dribble up, trying to find some help with it. Trying to get that low. Great hands inside from Bowen. that our 4th tie-up already here?
A lot of jump balls. There is a 5-second call if you're not dribbling.
Right.
So that one was in effect and about called. But with that change, if you're ball handling, no 5 seconds. If you're stagnant, there is.
Nichols right side gives Spencer right corner. Winner of this game gets Emory in the state championship tomorrow night. Nice move. Vargas for 2. 7-4.
Beautiful pass by Spencer. Dump pass to her after she drove the baseline. Vargas got her in a spot to catch and shoot.
Broadbent goes middle. Nice catch. And then an overthrow. The save in to Emory Miles, deflected out. Oh, they're going to say this is South Summit basketball. We didn't have a great angle on that from where we were at.
No, there was a lot of people in the way.
Tell you what, Emory Miles, you talk about this group that's played together for a long time. She's, in my opinion, as good as Spencer, Nichols, and Vargas are. She's improved the most, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely.
From
She's
last
tough.
year. How about that spin move from Broadbent? She can't finish. The putback is no good, but Makeley Wolstenhume will head to the free throw line for the Wildcats.
But Miles staying in position. As you talk about that nice spin move, Miles stayed in position to keep her enough off balance to where she misses. They've just got to now realize Miles is busy. You've got to help rebound. So good job by South Summit to go in and gather up that offensive rebound.
Free throw drops for Wolstenhume. She'll get one more for 16 to go. Second is good. Cuts it to a 1-point game, 7-6, 4:15 to go opening quarter. Spencer not wasting any time, just nearly runs out of real estate. Vargas, left wing triple, good. Bethany Vargas with a quick 5.
Up the floor with a sideline break, and then in the secondary break, they loop it around with good passing, and as she comes in to fill that lane, she stays in the wide open gap.
Broadbent just gets it across right side into the hands of Rose. Broadbent draws the double, sends it out straight away with it. 3 on the way, that's short. Long rebound, could not be chased out of bounds on the Bowen 3. Back to Canyon View as Peyton King. Like Peyton's game a lot. She did some really nice things for them off the bench yesterday. Critical rebounds. Had the lone bucket in the second quarter that at least somewhat kept them afloat against Juab. That was a tough second quarter. And really like Peyton King's game.
Well, we look forward to seeing. Here comes that horns action again. She rejects it.
Miles gives deflection. Excellent hands by Clegg. Nichols saves it to Spencer. Bounce Vargas. Sends to the cutting Miles. Power dribble. King now right side with it. Hounded in the corner by Wolstenhume. The drive. Out of bounds, they say, stays Canyon View possession. 13 on the shot clock here.
Maya Nichols saving that possession as it got kicked loose, just diving on the ball, and then her teammates came and gave her someone to cough it up to. Going 1-4 low against this man. Guy on the ball, so going to chase Melee around.
Ball goes middle to Miles. She'll power dribble. Send it over left side. Spencer with 1 second, puts up the shot, hits rim, rebound to Broadbent. Close to a reach there from Nichols.
Good heads up to understand the shot clock was coming down and it hadn't reset with that baseline out of bounds.
They go middle, Broadbent, power dribble, scoop, beautifully done. What a play inside Emma Broadbent.
That's the scoop with the drop step I was saying that she's got, and it's understanding how to use that is so powerful. I don't know if I've seen out of somebody with that kind of size.
Jumper, good, Spencer.
And that face guarding went away, and she's got a little space and created some good things. A lot of that's got to be the credit of her penetration and then kicking to her teammates.
Clegg with 3 seconds to get it across does so. Ball deflected, ends up in Wolstenhume's hands. Clegg will take the right wing 3. That's tipped, and it still goes in. There's no way Spencer didn't get a pinch.
Assist for Melee.
Isn't that something? The
in
boys.
These semi games, you've got to have a few of those things go your way if you're going to win.
You know, it was interesting in the boys' game. Oscathorpe had a tipped pass that went in for Emory, which was fascinating. So, Nichols
was on the road. I missed those.
Jumper short. Back to the Wildcats. You know what I like about this? South Summit, Canyon View's been here before, right? They've been in these tournament situations back-to-back years. South Summit team not playing scared by any means. And we talked about that in the previous game. Emory, the last 2 years, has not played scared of Grantsville, and I like this confidence here from South Summit.
Yeah, good and aggressive, getting after it.
Miles, great steal, nearly saves it. Clegg's now got it. She'll drive to the basket, give to Spencer. Powers, spins, shot, foul. The footwork. That's footwork is so great.
And you got to credit their teammates because they get her the ball in the spots where she's setting up. and that's so big for a post player. We see different teams come through where they've got a nice post player, but they can't get post entry. South Summit gets her the ball where she can go to work.
Knocks down the first of 2 free throws, does Broadbent.
I want to talk that pressure, when that almost still happened, that's how you press as you come to the front of the ball. She stole it, went out of bounds, had to save it back. South Summit able to come and be aggressive to the ball, give themselves some points off the free throw line.
As impressive as Broadbent is with the 20-20 averages, 77% at the line.
Wow.
How great to have your starting center do that.
Just so solid, and that's having a player like that is so fun.
So they call a travel on that, I believe. You've dragged the pivot foot.
Drug it, got stretched out. Now they're going to pull back. They've been pressing all game full court, and it's been slowing them way down. Now Canyon View going to take a little break and come into a 1-3-1.
Bowen with it. Right side with the right-hand dribble, sends deflection. Nichols looks to lead the break in transition. Covered well in transition defense. Vargas baseline, sends back Nichols. Wide open tray, left side, good rotation, knocks it down.
She's got such a beautiful shot, has done since I've been able to watch her since a sophomore. If her feet are good, she'll knock it down. She shows it right there, but I like Coach brought her right back on the floor, gave her just enough rest, and then jumped her right back in the game.
Ball goes baseline to Rose, trying to feed that into Wolstenholme. It's low. Emery Miles with the steal. Vargas comes the other way in transition. Heavy collision. We'll get a blocking foul, not legal guarding position there for South Summit.
Yeah, I was wondering if she must have just leaned forward to try to steal the ball, as you talked about that legal guarding position, because it's established right there. Apparently not enough, so going back to that 1-4 low for Canyon View. Got another set. Fran Fischilla always talks about you want to run most of them out of 1 or 2 sets. Wow, that was physical.
Very physical. Miles, the 10-footer. It's either a travel or a foul, in my opinion. But
I mean, generally in most worlds of basketball. But hey, Miles being heads up, gathers up the little roll.
Love how much better she continues to get. Spencer, the no-look, or Broadbent rather, the no-look pass. It's flipped. All they're going to say on the end line, I thought maybe we were going to get a tie up there. Instead, it goes back to Canyon View.
Good job to get her in there, get things moving, to get her out of bounds. And watch how quickly Canyon View gets them out, gets the rest, and gets them right back. And they keep the majority of their crew on the floor, but they're strategically moving them through the rest.
Spencer with the basketball, comes to the left side, gives to Potter. Cambry with 10 on the clock. Miles gives to Nichols. Nichols drives, pull-up jumper. Well, knuckleballed it, and then it fell in.
Like how she leaned her defender and then went right back at it.
Broadbent couldn't quite catch it. That will end quarter number 1. A little bit of a run from the Falcons, 19-13, right here on TeamHive.live and KSLSports.com.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
After 1 quarter of play, it is Canyon View 19 and South Summit 13. Opening period. Ball comes to a close. Clegg with it right side. Goes middle. Wolstenholme draws the double. Clegg's got it. Gives it back up top to Bowen. Left side. Rose. Trying to get that into Broadbent with the zone. A 3 on the way, and that's good. That's not Rose. That's Remy Arnaut.
Good use of ball movement to get it around and get a good look coming out of that quarter break. South Summit settling back in, needing that big bucket. As Canyon View went into the quarter with a lot of momentum.
Nichols comes off the high screen, fakes the handoff Spencer. They continue to absolutely hound her. And Miles deflected. Transition opportunity. Maylee Spencer pokes it from behind. Cannot save it though, but still a good play to stop the fast break.
That motor on Maylee, you don't, if she's behind you, you've got to protect that ball like nobody's business because she loves to go get it. Same thing with Vargas.
Yeah.
They just ball hawks.
Ball goes into Broadbent, draws the triple. Scoop again, can't get it. Decides to get her own rebound, sends it over in the corner. Skip pass back up top to Bowen. Bowen with the left hand, trying to feed that in the paint. Goes low, power dribble, stripped. The triple team comes.
Can't give her the ball below her knees. She can't work with it.
Vargas walked with it again, just took that extra little drag.
Well, and you watch the defense, it came up and changed her direction under control. She was walled up, so nice job not sitting back and allowing her to come at you. Move up, change your direction.
Broadbent to send in, gives it over left side to Bowen. The way this Canyon View team presses, Broadbent gets it, keeps that ball high, and now right side to Clegg.
That was a lot cleaner action coming down the floor, not using that 9 seconds. Did a good job coming up across.
Ball goes in the corner, now inside Broadbent. She is drawing a crowd, and then she's fouled by Nichols. Nichols shrugging, got an arm around her.
She had a lot of arm. They brought 3 to the ball, and usually that's really dangerous, especially we've seen Broadbent can pass. Pretty dangerous. There, okay, that makes more sense.
Pounding the rock, Clegg needing to get it in.
Weak action.
That was extremely close. As Bowen trapped in the corner, Clegg right corner. The trap comes again. She just trying to use it. They're going to say out of bounds. Excellent job by Vargas.
She didn't need her out of bounds. And that's what we talked about last game. That was where Grantsville turned it over so many times. Against boys, boys have a tendency to get overexcited when they put you there and just knee you out. So far, both Canyon View and especially Emory, they just wall up on you and make it hard.
Potter handoff Vargas, right side. Spencer, Nichols with it. She'll look to drive, double. Spencer, such savvy. Knew the Broadbent was coming to block the shot, just got it off in an instant.
Yeah, that good way to score. Moving in a 2-1-2 now.
Wolstenhume right side with it. Sends it back up top, Clegg. Clegg inside. Miles might have got away with a little bump there, takes advantage of it. Away comes Canyon View, and then they just throw it away. Very uncharacteristic of Nichols. Broadbent, the spin just lost control. Glad to see her get up quickly. That was bizarre.
It was, and it was even just odd with the travel because she used a dribble and she lost the ball. But South Summit in that situation, Canyon View's got some momentum right here. They had a chance to take it back and just in transition, moving too fast.
Vargas with it straight away. Handoff to Nichols, right side, crosses over, picks the dribble up, gives Spencer straight away. Backdoor Vargas, loses it for a moment, gives back to Spencer, 10-foot push shot. It's a little short, 5 for the board inside, and we're going to get another tie-up. Possession stays here with Canyon View.
This Canyon View team, a lot of good positive energy from the bench, and they just are swarming the ball. But I love how they're moving it here in the first half. The ball is not sticking anywhere.
Spencer goes into Emory, back Spencer baseline. Maylee, great hands, Broadbent the takeaway.
Well, somebody that's leading the state in rebounds for a career has great hands, and she showed them off right there.
Clegg tries to feed that inside, stays, as she tried to hit the sophomore Emory Wolstenhume.
We always like to point this part out. Players will show you what's going on. She might have been headed the other direction.
Body language is always fun to read, isn't it? Gets that right into Broadbent. Double comes again. Broadbent's on the floor. Vargas then gets on the floor, gets it to Miles. Right side Nichols. Hezzy dribble, beautifully done. Fouled before. That's actually not an awful foul. She was going to get right to the hole, so the only bad news is Bowen picks up the personal. Quick moving first half.
Yeah, it's motored right through. Just 5 minutes left. South Summit, they need a timeout.
We'll take a quick one and be right back here on TeamHive.live.
State Bank of Southern Utah is not just another bank. We are your neighbors, your friends, and your local financial partners, interested in building long-term relationships.
When you choose State Bank, you invest in our community. Your money stays here. and is reinvested in friends and family, building Southern Utah.
Each one of our 17 branches is staffed and ready to serve you.
Come and experience the difference of true community banking at State Bank of Southern Utah.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back on in. 21-16, 5:02 to go in the first half. 21-16. Let's talk about the timeout for South Summit here, Dustin.
They needed one. They need to get gathered up. Canyon View carrying some momentum. They have just been so active. Offense, ball moves really, really well. Defense in and out of some different looks, and they're just disrupting what's going on to where the ball pressure's been strong enough that the post entries that we were bragging on early have gone away. They just haven't been. And Broadbent really not able to get into her sweet spots. They pushed her off of a Miles, just having a whale of a game, playing behind her. That's, you front or you play behind or you're three-quarter, and they've been playing behind her.
Spencer, good entry pass. Miles turns. Broadbent defends well, gets the rebound.
Little isolation play, like the spin to get open, and it was a good clean pass, but Broadbent, she does a good job.
Bowen with it, straight away. To come off the one screen, gives it low. Broadbent sends it back inside out. Three on the way. Clegg, no good. Potter, nice board, gives to Miles. Now Vargas will trot across. So tough when you've had three guards starting those three spots for 3 years for Canyon View. Comfortable with any three of them running the offense. Nichols left hand into a toe. It's short. Rebound comes down inside Broadbent.
Half of one that you don't see her footwork do that, but it pushed her backwards just enough that it came short. Maya generally just perfect footwork.
Right side with it. Clegg gives back up top. Bowen. Spencer right side with her. The dump down low. Spencer hesitates. Soft touch. No, maybe a little too soft. Scooped the ball up and drew the foul. Just a knack for the basketball.
And she does. It's really fun to see how she just keeps pursuing it. But that time she got down in, she ducked into the middle. So they adjusted how she was trying to get that post catch. She gets a duck in, which means that you push yourself into the hole, and then you can step out. So you relieve the pressure by pushing in and then stepping out to the ball. Good adjustment to get her a catch into a sweet spot.
First free throw is no good, as we're going to see Arnaud check back in, along with number 23, Taylor Blackner, just a sophomore. Didn't play a ton yesterday.
And she's going to have a big job right now, as she's going to have to pick up Braunhurst. And we'll see if they keep playing behind, if they try to go. They fronted and backed early. See how they work that.
Ball goes left side to Spencer. She'll jab, give back up top Potter. Potter bounce right side Nichols. She'll hesitate with it. Pull back out. Crossing high. Trying to feed it to Vargas. Vargas with the left hand. Crossover. Gets in the lane. Split shot. Bank. No one goes to the basketball, though. A lot of contact. Will get a foul now. And the foul did occur earlier.
Right, a little hit earlier, and then they finally came to it. But it was really weird in that possession, as Canyon View has just swarmed the ball constantly. Offense, both defensive side, and of course Braunhurst just gathers up every rebound. Everybody just kind of stood and watched and allowed Vargas to say, well, I guess I'll go get my own shot.
Yeah, just bizarre knowing how this team rebounds, and it's beyond broad. They're just a good rebounding team. Those habits have really gone to the entire team, as good as Broadbent is. The drive here from Vargas in the lane, denied, off of her back and back to South Summit.
Man, if you get down inside there and their defense is in good position, they make it miserable for you. They close that off really well.
Ball comes in left side to Bowen. Dribbles with the right hand, gives it over left side to Rose. Deflection, Vargas with it left side. Spencer pumps, drives, pushes high. Rebound Broadbent.
A nice tip to her, though. Teammate send it right to her so she could get that other rebound for her stats.
Right side, the drive from Wolstenhume. Sends high to Bowen. Bowen with it. Yeah, definitely walked with it.
Blackner doing a good job. She caught her from behind, then she started up into a side-to-side three-quarter. Doing well on Broadbent here, giving Miles a good break. She hadn't had one. Everybody else on the team had a break. They finally got Miles one here.
Vargas trots across the timeline, hands off right side to Nichols, she'll get in the paint. Beautiful bounce. Finish for 2, no. Broadbent just goes and grabs it, rips it away from Spencer.
Maya setting her up really nice.
Ball goes right side to Clegg. Clegg skips back up top. The dump down, the power dribble, the foul. Love it.
Decided to give her 2. Said that she's going that way. And they came with a hard double team right there, and they've got to. I mean, she is obviously so good, but I thought that Broadbent saw where the help came from, which was the other post, so you left, so that means that third help has to drop down, and you could see the action was coming, but the foul negated whether we're going to see who was first, whether the pass or that third help.
First free throw drops for Broadbent. She'll get one more. 21-18 our score. 21-19, back to a short one-possession game.
And doing a good job as they've taken the momentum out of this for Canyon View, and it's going favoring Temple back to South Summit.
Vargas, left-hand dribble. Offensive foul on Emery Miles. Checked right back in, picks up the personal.
Just trying to screen and then move off of it, getting into their next action. Just a little careless, not letting the contact come clear off.
That's her second.
So we're in the second quarter, 2 minutes left. You know how I feel about that, Tanner.
Broadbent stripped, and then we're going to get a foul inside on Broadbent.
That was an impressive from your seat. She chucked her off of her. I mean, there's no doubt. But
so that's her second.
Oh, that is tough. So you've got Miles is going to take a break with her second. What's Broadbent going to do? Coach going to leave her to play? Looks like it. It does change everything they're doing if she comes to the bench.
Vargas, handoff, Spencer left side.
See how they do to try to protect her.
Spencer comes off the high screen, hesitate dribble, takes it baseline, deflected up top to Potter. Open 3 from Cambry, hit the first one to start the game. Rebound tipped right to Broadbent.
That ball, she must have magnets on her hands because it just comes to her.
Clegg with it right side. Gonna give back to Bowen, right wing. Travels again. Spencer doing a phenomenal job.
Well, and Potter went down and fronted Broadbent as Blackner was behind her. That took that pass completely away. Potter dropping in was huge right there.
Vargas with the basketball, minute 39 to go in the half. 2-point lead for Canyon View. Right side with it, Spencer. She'll get in the lane. Great bounce. Denied by Wolstenhume.
Nice job coming over and cleaning that one up.
Clegg with the basketball, gets it over right side, Bowen. In the corner, Wolstenhume back to Bowen. Fronting again inside, skips it over Wolstenhume. Nichols, the save on the end line.
That was tough by Maya. Good read to drop down in there. That's that third help piece that she used to steal it.
Transition triple, in and out. Tipped, rebound, off Broadbent's knee as she and Spencer collide.
That college 3 has been rough on everybody.
The give up top, Wolstenhume, swing it left side, Clegg, her 3. No, but a foul on Spencer, and that's a frustration foul.
That's what that was, and it was just easy to call as she got into a tango down there. I don't know that you could see anything other than there was just a lot going on, and she was very frustrated. She at least got off the floor, but then just came down and just, I don't know what you call that.
Barreling down, yeah. Barrel of monkeys down, I guess.
There you go.
First free throw goes, and a timeout. We'll take a quick one right here on TeamHive.live at KSLSports.com.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Timeout taken by Canyon View, Dustin. We were just talking off the air. Tough for them to get some momentum going right
carries
now.
They had it moving, and South Summit countered and did a nice job and took it away. Canyon View's got to get back to where they're making South Summit feel uncomfortable. That 2-2-1, they took a lot of time they haven't been able to get back to it. It seems like that at times Canyon View gets tired, even though they're rotating really hard trying to keep that away. It seems they get tired, and you see that momentum kind of go away because they lose some of that ability to just go get everything. And South Summit, they need a half-court game in this situation. Work it down, get it into the bigs. You got Wolstenholme, you've got Broadbent. Give them all those opportunities down underneath.
Second free throw from Clegg is no good. She'll have one more to try and tie it. As we're going to get another sub here. This is Emery Wolstenholme, just a sophomore.
Good call. Give Broadbent the bent with those 2 fouls. Get her out so she doesn't get another one. Get you in big trouble going in the second half.
Clegg airmails it.
She could feel it.
She knew them.
Chase it down. She'd probably line violated because she was wanting to go so bad.
Ball goes back to the Falcons. About an 18-second difference between shot and game clock here. Vargas goes left side to Potter, trying to get that in down low. They do finally feed it into Blackner. Sends it back. Nichols, hesitate dribble, pulls back out, closed outs, pumps, puts up the floater for 2, in and out, fight for the rebound. It comes down to Wolstenholme. Shot clock is off.
For South Summit, that's the shot you want Nichols taking. She had to dribble her whole way into that.
Clegg with it right side. Gives it over right side. Bowen, 19 on the clock, takes it inside. Wolstenholme turns, shoots, Banks nearly had it. The follow and the basket.
Sophomore Wolstenholme, nice job. Come off, give Broadbent a break and take over the rebounding role.
Makeley the miss, Emery the make. Handoff Potter, it's deflected, ends up back at Nichols. They run out of time, just defended great. Give the Wildcats some credit, Dustin. They take a 1-point lead into the half, 22-21.
Came to play, did a great job that second quarter. I'm looking forward to the Bradfather stats so we can take a look and see some of those different pieces, but their defense has been very good.
We'll take a timeout and be back right here on TeamHive.live and KSLSports.com.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
A new year and a new adventure with the perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. With pure power unleashed and future-forward technology. Because every mile matters. And every path leads to new possibilities.
Current Chevy owners can get $7,850 total value on this 2025 Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
See your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
This is Nate Christensen at Zions Bank. We're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. And with a branch right around the corner, we're here for you wherever you are. For all your personal and business banking needs, come visit us and let us show you how Zions Bank is for you.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
As a urologist, my job includes treating kidney stones, diagnosing, treating prostate cancer, and other disorders of the urinary system. Here at CVMC, specialists and primary care physicians all work very closely together.
As a family physician, being able to have continuity of care and direct relationships with our specialists is something we're very fortunate to have here.
I'm Dr. David Sewell, board-certified urologist. I'm proud to provide state-of-the-art care here at Central Valley Medical Center.
Are you a new CDL license holder? If so, Barney Trucking would like to train and pay you to become a world-class truck driver on state-of-the-art equipment. They also provide you with reliable, courteous support, a fantastic wage, paid holidays, solid benefits, home daily schedules, paid time off, an excellent safety record, and respect. Dependable truck drivers have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. Start your outstanding career by applying today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back inside the UCCU Center on the campus of Utah Valley University. Wolverines might represent the WAC this year in March Madness. Would be the first time they've ever made it to the big dance. We got a big dance going on right here in this semifinal game. Dustin, what do the Bradfathers numbers say?
Well, if you don't know, Emma Broadbent is a state overall leader in rebounding. She was headed that way at the start of the year, and she just cleans house. 10 rebounds already here in the first half. She got 6 defensive and 4 offensive. Her teammates are good to tip her the ball. That adds those rebounds to her as well. But her hands are just so good. It is really fun to watch what she can do as she rebounds the ball. Turnovers. You look at South Summit, they've got 19 of them, 13 to Canyon View. Those 19 turnovers, Canyon View hasn't been, they had momentum getting some of those into points, but really the second quarter, not able to turn those, get into points. South Summit, nice job getting back, causing problems and getting them in trouble. Thought they did a good job. 19 is on pace for almost 40 turnovers.
Wow.
They've got to fix that. If you're Canyon View, you've got to capitalize on those and turn them into points, because points are hard to come by here in the first half. See what you can do to make sure you get the finishes. What can you do to draw the defense, dump them off, get some help there, and make a difference that way.
I did not realize 2 points in the second quarter for Canyon View, which is insane, because they had 3 yesterday.
And really?
Yes, this is a trend now. It was the third quarter yesterday that Maya Nichols absolutely went ballistic and scored 14 of her 19 then.
I think they really do get winded. And as I watched them yesterday, I thought that was it, and I think you're speaking to it. A similar trend, 2 points, 3 points, and then when they get refreshed, they can get back after it, see if they're able to keep those rotations to keep them fresh enough to make it through 2 full quarters, because I think that caused them a lot of problems there. I think that's a good point. Free throw line, South Summit, 11 of them. Canyon View 1.
Wow.
So they're just not getting Canyon View. You look at, they've taken a lot of dribble-in shots. Not dribble-in finishes, a lot of dribble-in shots, and you don't draw fouls that way.
No.
You've either got to pound it inside and get something going inside, or else you've got to go get finishes. And Canyon View shooting a lot of, a little closer than tough 15-footers, but they're still tough 2s because they're dribble-in.
Sure.
So causing them some problems there. You take a look at how they've approached that game. South Summit is a team shooting 40% from the field and 50% from 3, 2 for 4, and that's good execution. Shooting them, probably need to shoot at least 1 or 2 more if you're at 50%. You want to get that by them going in to 40%. Canyon View on the other side, 42% from the field and 60% from 3, 3 for 5, but just not able to capitalize the rest of those possessions with shots, as they've also turned the ball over 13 times and given up some of those rebounds. Canyon View, take a look, get back to your pressure. Can your legs stay good enough that you can keep doing? Because I thought it cost South Summit early. I mean, we talk about the difference there. 19 points Canyon View had. They looked like a clean machine, just really moving the ball well, getting their turnovers, but then South Summit, the second quarter, shut them off. They got 2, and they were able to get 9 to bring that back into where they got in within 1 point.
And I did not realize that they had played such, that was only 2 points. I mean, just bizarre that, you'd have 1 field goal in the second quarter back-to-back days. And you spoke to the tiredness, and maybe that's a big part of it. And
I don't know what else you could speak it to, because they broke down, they quit pressing, and they quit attacking the basket together. And that's the first quarter, everything was together. Second quarter, it broke free a lot. They did a lot of penetration and just letting it fly. and giving Broadbent another rebound.
We'll take a quick break. When we come back, preview for the second half, some keys coming up next right here on TeamHive.live and KSLSports.com.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
Alright, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
State Bank of Southern Utah is not just another bank. We are your neighbors, your friends, and your local financial partners, interested in building long-term relationships.
When you choose State Bank, you invest in our community. Your money stays here and is reinvested in friends and family, building Southern Utah.
Each one of our 17 branches is staffed and ready to serve you.
Come and experience the difference of true community banking at State Bank of Southern Utah.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back on in. 22-21 in favor of South Summit as we're set to get the second half started. Your keys to the second half, Dustin.
South Summit needs a half-court game. They need to get post-entry catches because then off the double they can dump pass, they can kick out for three, they can move the ball. But the ball has to get down to Broadbent within 6 feet, down in that block area. However they do that, they've got to find ways to get her catches. Canview, they need it up-tempo. They need the ball going at the rim. And then finding Maya Nichols coming off. She moves so well off the ball. Find her when she can catch and shoot so that she can get that going. And then Miles needs to stay out of foul trouble. I think they were able to protect her well. Both she and Broadbent with the two. So I'm really curious how the bigs come out to play here and how the officials let it go.
Nichols on the turnover. Coast to coast. Cannot finish. An easy look inside, long rebound Spencer. She's bumped, probably a foul there. Potter, college three, no. Great box out work from Miles.
She's so tough in there. You know, we've got two premier post players in 3A going at it.
Rebound Vargas. Extra chances helping out Canyon View.
Well, and that's good of them to come out and get themselves an offensive rebound as they really need to be able to get extra looks.
Clegg with it, left side, sends corner to Rose, back to Clegg. Swing it up top to Bowen. Skip left side, Clegg. He's got Broadbent. The double comes. The hook, the miss. Taps it once, twice. Back. Rose. High arcing shot. Hits the rim. Broadbent gets another board. Power dribble, and she's fouled.
Hetty. Tipped the ball. Couldn't get it. Tips it out to her teammate for three.
The fact that they held her to 10 in the first half, honestly, is slightly impressive. Being honest, it's slightly impressive if you're Canyon View. I mean, she averaged right on her average at 20. You're not letting her get more than she normally does.
Canyon View came out of the half in a 3-2 zone. Didn't look like a real 1-2-2. 3-2. Seeing what they can do. They got the shots, but not able to get the rebounds as the two offensive rebounds for South Summit get Broadbent to that free throw line.
She will miss the first. She'll get one more to tie it. Good rotation. That's no good. Wolstenhume taps it to Rose. Rose gives Broadbent. Power dribble. Takes it up. Scoop no good. Tip Broadbent. Sends it out. Nichols the beneficiary there.
Good defense by Canview, just making Broadbent hard. She's had some looks that you'd expect her to finish, but the defense is so tough.
Nichols with it straight away. Comes left side now. Screen high from Miles. Miscommunication with Spencer. Throwaway.
Set up a little bit of different read action, and you talked about the miscommunication. They didn't quite see the defense the same way. As if you want a back cut, you need them up the line. If you're going to come get the catch, they're going to be off the line.
Broadbent brings it across the timeline. Calm, cool, collected. Gets left side to Clegg. Now back up to Bowen.
Not a bad way to break it. Nobody going to pick up Broadbent that way.
Clegg off the right wing. Looks to attack, pulls back out, gives straight away to Bowen. Right side, Clegg.
Trying to figure out how they want to work against this zone.
Oh, and a miscut. As Rose cut, Broadbent thought she was stilled out there.
Both teams just not on the same page here to start out the third quarter. Some turnovers mounting for both.
Spencer crosses the timeline left side. Going to come off the double high screen into a three. Short as Nichols tries to save it. Does. And Wolstenholme now gets it up ahead to Bowen.
South Summit keep forcing Canyon View into those tough twos.
Bowen picks up her dribble. Tries to take the two. Potter just rejects it.
Oh, she walled up so well, stayed under control.
Clegg the foul out front.
It's coming through Vargas. Vargas doing a good job protecting the ball. Making her come through her.
23-22, 5:40 to go here in quarter number 3. Right side with it, Vargas. Gives up Spencer. The drive, the bounce low to Miles. No, but draws the third foul on Broadbent. Again, Emery Miles continues to impress.
Well, and that's the Canyon View that we saw in the first quarter. They moved the ball right there. They ran out of a 1-4 high, and they ran a crossing action into a pick and roll. Really like that because it sent Miles at the basket, put Broadbent catching her, and that's where you see that third foul come in. And she is so key to what South Summit does. They're going to have to do their best to contain, and that can change what Canyon View can do defensively. They no longer have to double team so hard, so that can stretch them out, whether they stay in the zone or whether they get out into pressure. They can decide now with Broadbent going to the bench.
Miles goes 2 for 2 at the foul line, 57% on the season, up to a 3-point game. Bowen gets back Wolstenholme, fakes with it, gets it back. Bowen trying to get it across with 27, throws the ball up. It does cross in time as Clegg shovel pass inside out, 3 right corner. No, offensive rebound comes to Rose.
I like going right back to that press with Broadbent out of the game. Almost got that second call.
Bowen, the drive, tough shot, offensive rebound. Wolstenholme, a little too hard.
A little too hard, but man, they keep giving themselves a lot of looks. Canyon View's got to start rebounding the ball.
Spencer crossover to the 10. Little 2 underneath. Miles Emery. My goodness.
She is playing so well, doing everything for the Falcons.
Right side drive, Bowen. Offensive foul. Maylee Spencer taking it in the chops. They'll head the other way.
She did a good job. You saw her wanting to go dig in for the ball, but she gets up, shows her hands, and then takes that one, like you said. Just got pushed out. Like that she didn't dig in and overhold. Hit once, and then just work your way back and see if you can get somebody to run you over.
Vargas with it. Taken away by Clegg. Well defended.
Yeah, she does a good job on the
Spins in transition. High arcing shot. It does not fall as Miles is fouled. 4th foul on South Summit. That's shooting the rest of the way.
And that's at 4:30 here to go in the quarter. That's big as South Summit just not quite the same without Broadbent on the floor. Not able to get that second chance. Or Miles, man, Miles is doing a good job. 1-4 high.
Potter pumps, whips it right side. Nichols, guarded by Clegg, feeds to Miles, power dribble, throws it low, turnover.
Wolstenholme took Miles' space really well that time. Vargas tips it out, and Potter working with her. Oh my goodness, this is interesting.
Tie up
there
at
was
the end of that.
Melee down underneath.
That was
there.
at least 4, if not 5 bodies scrambling for one ball.
Everybody was going for the ball. It wouldn't hang still, though. It just kept on rolling from hands to hands.
Yeah.
Potter's getting a little winded, it looks like.
Spencer goes to Miles. Catches low, power dribble, sends back to Maylee, gets in the lane. No look pass inside, cannot finish. Nichols gets their own rebound, blocked. Wolstenholme, that's at least her second. Great rejection inside.
Well, and you watch how she moves her hands. They trace well. They don't get too far out of whack, and she's able to get those blocks added up, and of course rebounding.
We talked about Canyon View with just 2 points in the quarter. South Summit has not scored here in the period.
Yeah, in the third. That defense has been much better, and like I said, they can do some different things now without Broadbent.
Left wing with it, Bowen. Bowen looks to attack off the dribble. Gives to Clegg. 5 on the clock. Bowen, catch, shoot, shot, good for 3. And that's going to cut it to a 2-point game.
Maya leaped at her, but just not in the right space to make it hard. She was able to throw it in. Broadbent's going to come in here with 3 minutes left to go in the third.
Vargas to the 10, lays it in, and that cuts it to 4. Timeout to Canyon View. We'll take it right here on TeamHive.live and KSLSports.com.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
16-hour day. Welcome back on in. 29-25 our score. Timeout to Canyon View here.
Giving those girls a rest. Yep, Broadbent's going to come back, and that's part of it. She came over. You got to readjust, know what your game plan is, and then execute. Execute. They've gotten their action moving. A lot of times South Summit's hands have been really good, deflecting, causing them problems. But how do you run these next 3 minutes can really send you with momentum? Or if you're South Summit, you bring Broadbent back in, can they get some momentum heading into the fourth quarter with championship game to the winner?
Coming up after this, Morgan and Morgan and Juab.
Should be a fun one. They're going to come full court diamond press right there. They get the trap.
Bowen.
Rover didn't come.
Vargas.
Didn't need to come.
Nichols. Jumper. Off. Rebound Spencer. Gives to Miles. Power dribble. Scoop. Miss. Tip out of bounds. Oh no, Spencer saves it. What a hustle play. Nichols pumps. In the lane. Pull up Jay. In and out. Broadbent's got it for South Summit.
That one looked pretty for Nichols. I thought it would drop. Good job using the diamond press out of the timeout, though. Got the turnover and got the looks they were trying to get.
Spencer just relentless. It leaves Broadbent down low. The spin blocked by Miles Emery.
Having a whale of a game. She walls up and moves.
Spencer, the push, the miss. Broadbent taps it right to herself. Definitely had an elbow there. Are we going to call this on Canyon View?
I think so. Yeah, white 4. Got Maylee Spencer coming in there from that backside. She stood up and just really got into her, as you can see there on the replay. And there comes back to that diamond press. So last time they got the trap and just took the ball from the trap. I don't think South Summit was quite ready to operate against it.
Got to get it in. Gets it to Wolstenhume. The handoff. Blocking foul on Peyton King.
And Clegg pushed the issue and was able to get it to go her way, as it was a good 50-50 call, whether it was going to be a charge or a block.
Side out of bounds here as ball comes in. Skip it over left side to Arnaud.
They flexed into a 2-2-1, which they had to do because it was up there that far on the sideline.
Bowen gets it left side. Resets, 25 on the shot clock here. Just 3 points in the period, I believe, for South Summit.
Been a slow one for them. Clock's been moving off, but haven't been able to make baskets.
Pump fake, Clegg for 3, steps into it, in and out. Broadbent, an offensive rebound, spins, left-handed hook, and it goes.
That was pretty, and that's what you got to do. And it might be for South Summit with a good rebounder you've got is just get it in the air and give her a chance. Maybe that'll give her a little more freedom because the post catches, they are dominating the
Vargas
defensive pressure.
Ran into Spencer, and that causes the travel.
Yeah, confusion again on offense as Spencer cuts back right into Vargas, not seeing Vargas on the drive. Vargas had started her drive, but just a lax cut by Spencer.
Clegg gets it across. Wolstenhume's got some space. Bounces right side. Vargas deflects it. Out of bounds. It stays with South Summit.
Just about had that as that pass was just soft enough. Canview coming back down in with the brakes on the press. Not able to quite gather it up the rest of the way. Look at Broadbent reposts off of this baseline out of bounds. A lot of times when she takes it out, that's a good look to get her another chance at a post entry. So, yep, comes right in. But Miles meets her.
Oh, we're going to get a foul.
That's going to be 3.
Is that on?
Or 4. That's 4.
Whoa, they're going to call that on Broadbent.
That's kind of.
She's the one that got tripped there. That's fascinating.
She was out of position. I don't know. I'd like to see the replay because the way my eyes saw it, I saw her foul.
Okay.
So, and that's the danger. You bring somebody in with 3 fouls when it's a 2-point game, and you were doing pretty good. That's the gamble you take.
It is.
And so everybody's got to do their way. You're headed to the championship game, but that's rough. And now Canyon View can get back into that. But let's go back to what happened there. We talked about the repost. Miles stepped right in front of her, took her space, so when she stepped out, that pushed her further away, and there you go right there. So Vargas dives on the ball. Broadbent ends up on top of her, and then I don't know. I like you said, I think you saw well in a lot of ways. Not a lot of contact, but maybe the falling down created enough. They decided that looked like a foul, but that is rough for South Summit.
Timeout to South Summit with 1:14 here. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it. So now Broadbent's got the 4 fouls. What's the strategy here?
Well, you got to watch the score. So if it gets, for me, and how slow this game's moving, if it gets past 3 possessions, you absolutely have to get her in. If you 2 possessions, long 2 possessions, probably stay. As soon as it's past long 2 possession, you got to get her. You got to get her in the game and just explain to her. You got to make sure you wall up on everything. Don't over pursue. And I like here they're having good conversation. Hey, you put our best player in a really bad spot right there. And with the call, I wonder if the distraction came as we watched the replay from the way that she ended up falling, because Vargas dove down and got a hold of the ball.
Sure. With
her length, as you can see, they're tied up. Vargas goes down. It looked more like it was just a lot of inadvertent action.
Sure.
And instead of calling, and that's the hard part, Vargas had a hold of the ball at the end of that. So that really gave her some pretty decent control. They're getting laid down on. Maybe that's where the foul came from.
Well, you've opened my eyes to a new perspective, my friend.
Well, we had to work towards it, but we got it.
Bowen catches. This pressure comes, goes right side Clegg. Clegg skips Bowen.
2-on-2 pressure.
Right side, Spencer hounding. Vargas comes, and we're going to get a foul as Spencer hit the deck.
South Summit asking for it as that trap came in. Canyon View a lot of times can get away with a reach or two. Maley had a good one. She put her hand on the ball, but then she hung in just long enough, and South Summit pivoted through, and South Summit was begging for a foul. Officials gave it to him.
Ball goes left side, Wolstenholme. Now Clegg, under a minute to go in the period. Still just a 2-point game. Bowen with it, crosses over, sends it low, Wolstenholme. Inside out, 3 on the way, it's short. Offensive board, last touch by Emery Miles. It's going to stay South Summit possession.
Just wasn't able to quite gather it up as that one just bounced out and away, but a lot easier for her in there right now with Broadbent on the bench.
Clegg pounds baseline, sends Wolstenholme, skip it up top, 3 on the way, it's wide. Out of bounds it goes. Arnaud, who did hit one in the first half, might have rushed that one a bit.
South Summit's just gone very much outside, and right now you don't have the rebounder just to grab it and put it back in. They've got to get something at the rim.
Vargas over on the left side.
Just about a 4-second difference on the shot clock.
Pulls out left side, Nichols, jabs, pumps, comes off the screen from Miles, gets inside, hammered, and will shoot 2.
I like her patience with the ball handling on that left side as you see her work her way down the slot. Stayed under control, got the defender on her back, and then kept her there. A lot of times these Canyon View ball handlers haven't kept them on their back. That time, keeps her on their back to where if she's going to try to block her shot like she did, she has to foul her. Just good patience by the senior. Played a lot of ball, got herself to the line where she's tough. Got a great stroke.
30-27, 22.6 remaining in quarter number 3. 2 for 2 for Nichols.
Going to go with an offensive possession for South Summit. Going to take the gamble, put Broadbent in.
Feel like they need a bucket.
You know, you're down 2 possessions. We were talking about that, but you can run this one all the way down if the pressure doesn't cause you major issues.
Bowen with it, deflected for a moment, skips it. Wolstenholme comes to it. Right side, Clegg. Thought about the three.
Glad she waited for Broadbent to get down underneath there.
They feed Broadbent. She is hammered inside.
Yeah, you got to come square on. You can't come in jumper from behind.
2 shots for Broadbent.
So it pays off right there. They did it, and I like South Summit understanding how they executed that. They brought her in the game for a reason. Don't jack a 3. Get her a post catch, which they did. Canyon View a little off balance, having her come back in the game. Got her to the line, and then they've got a sub here to take her out as long as she can get this make right here.
Connects on the first. Going to get Blackner back in.
You got 5, almost 6 seconds, so you can go the full length of floor if you're Canyon View. Get this rebound, go right down the floor. If you're Broadbent, you better not go down there. If Canyon View, if she makes it, then Canyon View can set up and easily get down the floor to the rim.
Makes the second.
If they get a plan on that. So there's your sub for Broadbent, getting her off the floor, which good. Hey, worked
Gamble
out
worked.
great for South Summit. It did.
Yeah.
Got them to a 2-point game. Now, if you're Canyon View, you got to get something going downhill right here.
Potter back to Vargas, quick hitter. With 3, with 2, Vargas rises for 3, nearly gets it to drop. That will take us to quarter number 4. Canyon View 31, South Summit 29. We'll be back right here on TeamHive.live and KSLSports.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
A new year and a new adventure with the perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. With pure power unleashed and future-forward technology. Because every mile matters. And every path leads to new possibilities.
Current Chevy owners can get $7,850 total value on this 2025 Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
See your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back on in. 1 possession game heading to the 4th, just how we like it here at the state championships. Tanner Wilkinson and Dustin Shakespeare here with you. Going to be a fascinating finish to this one.
Should be a fun one. South Summit chooses to put Broadbent on the floor, saying we're going all or nothing.
Bowen thought about the triple, decides to come back out, resets.
And now going back to shooting those threes, as long as they're not too long of rebounds. Not so bad with the rebounder Broadbent in there, but I rather,
not a great entry.
No. That's what she's trying to explain to them. Good job by Canyon View. Their defense, post defense has been good. Forcing ball pressure, forcing a high errant pass.
Vargas bounces right side to Blackner. Not a good entry to Miles. She turns, taken away. Not a bad idea. But
yeah, the action was a fun action, but it was just poorly executed, and a lot of that credit to the defense for jamming a lot of that action up.
Broadbent, that scoop. Oh, it's just so pretty inside.
And Miles caught her almost, but she just caught her just a touch lower. She catches her 1 foot higher. That makes that a lot harder. Broadbent getting into space, and she knows that one, the scoop, is ready to go.
Vargas left side, fakes the back door, gives right side Nichols, jabs into a long 2, no good, rebound Broadbent.
And that last post catch came in transition as well. Another good time to get a post entry with how hard they've been doubling her.
Out front, it's Bowen. Skips right corner, open 3, Arno, no. Fight for the board, Potter comes down with it. Gets it to Emery, and now out in transition Vargas.
With Broadbent ball side, maybe to look to get that post catch rather. She can't rebound offside if she's not there.
And you see Kelby Wolstenhume say, or excuse me, Makeley Wolstenhume say, that's on me, not risking
Broadbent to get that 5th one. And that's, if you're Broadbent, you've got to stay walled up and disciplined and not give them a chance to get into you, because that's the piece. If I'm Canyon View, I'm going to go at and try to get into you, see if I can get you to slap down and try to block my shot.
Spencer returns.
They did a great job right there, giving her a break, getting her rested up and rebalanced and ready to go. She's got a great motor. Once in a while, gets sped up a little too fast.
Second one drops, 33-31, 6:30 to go in the ball game.
Comes that diamond, it's 2-2-1.
Right side with it, skip pass. Clegg just has to save it. Vargas deflects it, attacks, floats, scores.
Defense didn't come up and turn her direction. She saw that and just made it easy. She had an easy pass to to Nichols as well.
Broadbent gets it to Bowen, gets it across.
That's a good rip through.
Left side, Arno now into the hands of Broadbent. Right side, Clegg. Back up top, Bowen. She's open, fires, short. Broadbent the rebound. Power dribble, scoop, off the back rim, no. Ends up with it again.
Man.
Cutter, Bowen, score.
Beautiful bounce pass from Broadbent as she was cutting. Just great catch, good finish. Broadbent showing what she does. Being able to keep this at a one-possession game.
35-33 Canyon View, 5:30 to go in the ball game. Right-hand dribble, Vargas. Right side, Spencer. The cut to Miles. Emery turns, misses, box out, Wolstenhume. Broadbent, so good staying vertical.
Did a good job. Make sure she didn't get a foul. And Wolstenhume clean up the glass for her.
Bowen dumps. Broadbent hammered. Instead scoops. Can't finish. Taps to herself. Reverse. That doesn't fall, and Potter's got it.
She's got fun hands. You can tell that was just an easy, regular reverse Mike and look for.
Vargas. Wild, tough. Well, not wild, but a tough shot regardless. Timeout to the Falcons. It is a full. We'll take a quick break and be back here on TeamHive.live and KSL Sports.
I'm Dr. Brandon.
This is Nate Christensen at Zion.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back. 37-33, a 2-point lead for Canyon View. Timeout taken by Canyon View.
Well, and I like it in this situation for this team. It gives them a break, and they need that rest to set up their press because their press is mean, but it does run out of gas. And so get the tank refueled, get up here in this diamond, see if you can turn them over again. The momentum's felt to South Summit, but the lead is still to Canyon View, and I like the management right there with the timeout.
Should mention South Summit, I meant to mention this earlier, they won the matchup earlier in the season. Forgot to mention that in pregame. So South Summit does have a win here.
Well, you see they execute well, they stay strong with the ball, but Canyon View right now defensively just about turned them over again. They've been able to get stops.
Left side with it, Clegg.
They were also able to talk at that timeout how they're going to make sure to guard Broadbent and then keep going at her on the other end. I like Vargas, that attack. You talked about that layup.
Spin, finish, no. Tipped out of bounds. It's going to go to Canyon View. Wolstenhume is fuming.
You can just see. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what the fuming
I think that's
was
a genuinely,
there, so,
yeah, I think the call was correct.
But Miles, the impact she's having on Broadbent is just fantastic to watch. She's just got her just enough off that those great looks aren't going for her.
Vargas, the cut, Spencer, blocking foul inside. It'll be team foul just number 2.
That's a good job by Spencer to keep getting down in there and taking kind of that little pinball bang. If she doesn't keep cutting when that ball comes, then it's probably a turnover, but way to keep going to the ball.
Spencer sends right side to Nichols, hounded by Clegg, stays Canyon View.
This defense up in some denial action, especially on baseline out of bounds. South and Canyon View hasn't loved that.
Clegg goes, Nichols rather, now right side, crossing over, Clegg hounding her. Gives to Emery, pump, power dribble, the shot, no. Collision, foul going the other way as Peyton King collided with Broadbent.
And Broadbent hit the floor like there was no feet there, but I mean, King definitely was in contact, but she was on the inside. I like where King was at there. I think that was a great position.
Ball goes right side to Broadbent. Gets it
Emotional
up.
Canyon View crew. But coach, she's benching them down, letting them settle down.
Jumper Bowen, no. Rebound Vargas, great box out Potter.
That's exactly right. That was a good job on the assist there, and they got South Summit into a quick shot.
Vargas sends it left side. Nichols thought about the triple, under 4 to go. Comes back to it, fires short. Rebound Vargas.
She has been so good today at going and getting anything loose.
Bumping a foul. And I think South Summit's more upset at the timing of the whistle versus the actual foul.
Yeah, there was definitely Vargas just got tripped and hung up and dried. Canyon View hasn't got a lot out of the baseline out of bounds.
Nichols sends to Emery. Handoff, deflected. Spencer left side Vargas. Hezzy dribble. Baseline, loses it. Potter, triple, right wing. Strong, rebound Nichols off the shoe of a player. Tie up.
Fantastic. She just dove right. There was no hesitation whatsoever. She wants that ball so bad. You gotta love that.
Baseline out of bounds here after the tie up. Possession arrow now to South Summit.
All right, we're having quite a conversation. Oh, they're talking about whether the possession changed. Got that all cleaned up.
Spencer pounds into Emery. Gives left side Potter. Skip Vargas. Pumps. Hezzy. Drives baseline. Cut off. Fouled.
South Summit's just become super aggressive, and they're just leaning so hard on Canyon View and really racking up the fouls to where now it's a bonus situation the rest of the time for Canyon View. I like the idea of being aggressive, but probably don't get all 4 fouls in the last 30 seconds.
Spencer gives the cutter. Nichols, beautifully done. Maya Nichols for 2. It's a 6-point lead.
They hadn't got a lot out of that baseline of back. They go 1-4 low, and they clear everybody out and then use Nichols to do a back cut. That was a good call, good setup as they hollowed everything out, and then she goes and gets it.
Delay of game warning on Canyon View.
She hit the ball. Maya says, hey, I shouldn't have done that.
Broadbent catches right side, gets it across. Looks to drive, calmly collects, gives the runner, finish Bowen.
I like Bowen running with her. Broadbent using the dribble to get down in, and she drew the double. So her teammates keep moving and give her that really nice look to keep it at a 2-possession game.
Vargas gives Engel Potter. Potter, 3 straight on. No, fight for the board. Great box out by Clegg. She's fouled. Team foul number 2 on Canyon View. 2:37 left in the ball game.
You can feel it. Both teams can understand what's going on. They want the ball so bad, and that time Nichols in the bad spot, over pursuing, getting the foul. That's just two team fouls on them, so they're in just fine shape foul-wise.
Bowen needs some help. Goes back to Clegg, right side. Clock has not started.
Yep, and that we just talked about. Geez, how much time's left? That's brutal. That's a rough mistake right here in a state semifinal game to not get that clock moving. You had a situation, we've seen them come close and have to throw it over the top because it's almost a time violation. We've seen them call a timeout because it was going to be a time violation. That is a big mistake here at UVU in a semifinal game.
I mean, we're to the end of February.
That resets the 10-second count, so no longer do they have the countdown. The clock will be set down apparently 5 seconds, but that the 10-second does restart, which changes the way they can press. They're going to stay. It looks like it's a 2-on-2. I mean, it's a 2-2-1 that morphs a lot of times. They do a great job of putting the brakes on this press. It'll morph back into a 2-on-2.
Right side, get it up to Broadbent. She's going to look to attack. Gathers, Euro scoops, can't finish. The fight for it. Spencer comes away with it. Gives to Potter.
Nice job, Miles. Walling up, making it hard on Broadbent.
Nichols cut off. Nice job by Clegg. Spencer cuts. Shovel pass low. Broadbent just takes it. Nichols tries to take it from her.
One more dribble brings Broadbent either to you or around to where then that's a much easier pass. But Broadbent with her hands that far away, she's going to be able to trace most of those passes.
Catches low, sends corner. 3 on the way. Arnaud short. Broadbent collects. Powers sends it out. Clegg, Bowen, the drive, bounce, Broadbent, scoop. Can't finish. Nearly got called for a loose ball foul.
Man, Miles is walling up.
Left side, Vargas. Tell you what, should the Falcons hold on, team's buying dinner for Emery Miles tonight.
Absolutely.
Vargas, right-hand dribble, gives Spencer the dagger. That was Nichols with the 3.
And it was another really good look. She just hasn't been able to get him to fall.
Nowhere.
Good
that
ball
pass.
pressure.
They stop playing. Yep. And guess what? Nichols finishes. Timeout to South Summit with 59.8. We are 1,000,000% keeping it here, Dustin. The motor of Maya Nichols.
She kept at it. She misses that 3 that was a wide open, beautiful shot, but she stays focused as Clegg goes down and stops, and that keeps her out running, and that's how, you're in a 2-possession game. You can't stop.
No.
But Maya understands that. She gets a much-needed easy one. She's had a lot of good looks that haven't fallen, and she's able to go get a huge one, stretch this out to that longer 2-possession game to where now South Summit has got to get something. But I love what Miles has done. Broadbent, you saw the last catches. She almost didn't even try to drop step until she caught going a different direction. That defense has been just smothering on her. You can see the frustration coming out in South Summit right now. Now, Canyon View with a minute left to go has 2 fouls to give, so you can stay aggressive and understanding how you want to go get it from South Summit. The ball pressure has got to be there to not let post entry go. Now, it looks like they're going to, okay, now they're coming up. I was going to say, it looks like they're going to suck back, but you change your presses in this situation. You don't want to run them at the basket. If you run them at the basket, give them an easy one, then you're in trouble. South Summit does not need a 3. There's so much time in this game.
Gets it to Broadbent.
They could go 2 for 1.
Vargas
they don't have the ball, though.
Stole it, laid it in. Right side, Clegg. Hounded, Vargas. Yes. Tie up. Possession to
Going
South Summit.
With 2 hands, just so tough. So tough with 2 hands. I love the aggressiveness out of Canyon View. And Vargas just being dominant, going and getting it, tying her up. Clegg hits the ground. Well done. You see the emotions flowing from both teams. We've seen plenty of Canyon View players in this situation, and now we got a South Summit one shook up.
We had a South Summit boys player hit the floor hard earlier today. Glad he was okay. I think we're going to keep this here. She's going to be able to walk off.
Yeah, just got herself shook up. A lot of emotions here, and now that pushes that to a 3-possession game, and for that changes how you can operate with the shot clock. You now have to make sure you get quick, and then you got to get to 1 turnover and then foul. You can no longer use the shot clock to help you at all, being a 3-possession game.
It's been Canyon View's press. You talked about it a lot. How would South Summit handle that?
And they score in bunches, and right now you feel that momentum, and that was a great call coming out, jumping in there, getting an easy one back-to-back. And you got to credit Canyon View. They've moved their girls. They've given them lots of breaks. They've used timeouts to break their girls, give them rest, and they've rested them when they get emotional. They've managed their people really well to where when the time came, they were the aggressors, grabbing the ball, getting layups in full court, grabbing the ball coming out of that timeout, getting another one.
Ball goes right side, Bowen. Pressure continues, left side to Arnaud, middle, Wolstenhume. Across the timeline, fouled. Several to give for
Yeah, it didn't hurt
Canyon
them
View.
at all, but you're a little annoyed that soft of a situation came. But I was going to comment, they've softened things up here in the half, which they're supposed to do, but then they kind of came back and gave just enough close. And that's where Maylee Spencer.
She just fouled out?
Fouled out, I do believe. That was a quick 5 that we didn't quite see them all come through, but I think she did foul out.
I'd assume that's why she's out of the game.
For those that are listening, you can't see it on this. They don't show us on the scoreboard.
They don't.
I think it must work through the Jumbotron because it is not here.
Jumper from Broadbent, no. Rebound to Emery. Vargas fouled.
And you need to know, I mean, with 28, you've got to be as quick as you can to that foul, but realistically, you got to know who you want to foul. And I don't know this team well enough to who that may be. But Vargas has played such a great game. She's just pursued the ball very well, so strong, and she stayed on the floor. Last year, at times, we saw her get herself into a lot of foul trouble. Fun to see her work so hard in this game.
Spencer and Nichols really the only two you don't want to foul when you look at the numbers. They're at 78 and 79% respectively. Everyone else at 60 or below.
Okay, so then good job. You got the percentages right. So now you got to set up and get you a quick action. You've got timeouts to give, so you just go at the rim and get an easy one. If somebody comes off and helps, go ahead and kick for three. But go get an easy one, get a timeout, stop the clock, so you can get a turnover possibly.
Vargas 1 for 2, 44-35.
That pressure, look at it. It just changes, making her zigzag, making her take time off the clock.
Broadbent shoots the three left side. It is long, tipped out of bounds. Canyon View 13 seconds away.
They played that pressure really well. Took a lot of time off the clock the way they made her zigzag, and they didn't just get the ball and just go straight down the floor to the rim. Good repercussion from just what you've done all game long.
Vargas goes Nichols. She's fouled with 11 seconds.
And see what Maya did right there. They cleared out, sent her straight at the hoop ball, got her the catch, and then she was not passing the ball. Knowing that she's one of the best free throw shooters on the floor, not just on her team, that she needs to be the one going to the line here. She wasn't going to pass that. She shouldn't have.
Nichols to shoot.
Coach pulls him off the line. Oh, we give
her
a
miss.
Rare miss. Those happen. And in this situation, it's okay. You've got the long three-possession game. 11 seconds. There's not enough possessions left in this one.
45-35 is Bowen on the left side, hounded by Vargas, moving her feet so well. Gives the drive and the reverse scoop at the horn. A fitting end to Broadbent's game, but it's Canyon View on top in the state championship tomorrow night.
They executed a good ball game, and their pressure won out in the end. Foul trouble really hurt South Summit.
Final score, 45-37. We're going to take a quick break, get Brad Father's stats, and then it's Juab and Morgan coming up next right here on TeamHime.live and KSLSports.com.
This is Nate Christensen at Zions Bank. We're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. And with a branch right around the corner, we're here for you wherever you are. For all your personal and business banking needs, come visit us and let us show you how Zions Bank is for you.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking's #1 investment has been dependable truck drivers like you. That's why they provide their drivers with an opportunity to earn up to $75,000 a year driving state-of-the-art equipment. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers in Utah, San Pete, Sevier, Juab, Millard, Beaver, Iron, Carbon, and Emery counties. Barney Trucking offers a competitive wage, solid benefits, home daily schedules, and an excellent safety record. Apply today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
We're going to put about 12:50 till our next game between the Morgan Trojans and Juab Wasp. So that gives us a chance a little bit further to recap this ball game between South Summit and Canyon View. Canyon View in the championship game against Emery tomorrow night. What do the second half stats tell us?
So you take a look, Emma Broadbent getting her double-double again. 19 boards, she's amazing. 10 offensive, 9 defensive, and 17 points. But those 17 points, she had to earn every one of them, as Miles had played a phenomenal defensive game. Did a really excellent job right there. And the rest of her teammates came in, swarmed the ball, and executed to finish that one out. Take a look as the report from the Brad father comes in, the rebounding war was lost by Canyon View, but they were able to turn over South Summit 34 times, and that was huge. Being able to get those turnovers, and especially down the stretch to make that game to be comfortable at the end, getting those last couple turnovers, coming down, getting a couple easy buckets, getting it out of that 2-possession game. That was really good for the Canyon View Falcons. Overall, as a team, South Summit shooting only 28%. That went from 40% to 28%.
Wow.
And you really felt that defensively, Canyon View adjusted. They didn't hound except for on the ball. Their ball pressure was fantastic, made post entries tough, and then Miles and the double team just took Broadbent away, and that shooting percentage just plummeted. Went from 50% from 3 down to 23%. So just cut that in half as well, and that's good. That's good closeouts, good taking care of business. On the other end, Canyon View ends up shooting, let's see here, get my numbers right on one, 37% from field and 30 from 3, able to just get enough, not making any in the second half, but their free throws were huge. They were able to clean that one up, shooting 61%, 8 for 12 for 66% down the stretch in the second half. They were able to get those, and that was big for them, as they scored 14 points in that fourth quarter to just the 8 of South Summit. And that's where we talk about pressure will wear you down. I thought Canyon View staff did an excellent job rotating their girls, keeping them fresh, keeping them engaged in what they do. They got a little emotional, give them 2-minute breather, get them back on the floor. And they rotated, everybody played their roles, and Vargas stayed super aggressive and was so strong with the ball. That was fun to see. Nichols executes, gets the buckets that she needs. Probably ought to comment on that piece, and then we can close this one off. 14 points right there, and Vargas with 16 points.
Thought that matchup tomorrow becomes fascinating again. We're grinning ear to ear because you get a team that's played each other twice already. They split into really close games. All for the marbles tomorrow night.
Should be a great championship game. Love that they've split. Love they know each other. That's even more fun because the chess match becomes very real. Two semifinal games already in the books. Looking forward to 2 more good ones.
Dustin, a pleasure. Enjoy these next 2 boys semifinals. I'm telling you, man, we've already been in it for a treat with the 2 girls semis. How do the boys go? We'll find out next. He's Dustin Shakespeare. I'm Tanner Wilkinson. Juab and Morgan coming up next on TeamHive.live and KSLSports.com, joining with our friends at Mid-Utah Radio next.
You've been listening to exciting high school basketball action on South Central Utah sports leaders, Mid-Utah Radio and Centricom Channel 10. This sports broadcast has been brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. Join us next time for more exciting high school basketball action on Centricom Channel 10 and Mid-Utah Radio.